It's the case, isn't it, that the Tories have basically thrown a massive party during the lockdown strategy, and now the nation is suffering a collective economic hangover.
So I think you can certainly make the case that many of the really expensive schemes, the furlough scheme in particular, has proven itself successful. Unemployment a few years back was expected to peak above 12%. We were looking at chronic, painful unemployment, and it peaked just above 5% and is now back down to its pre-pandemic levels. That is a success of the furlough scheme, but it cost tens and tens of billions of dollars. Pounds. So you have to keep that in mind. And I think perhaps where conservative politicians have gone wrong, and I think the Prime Minister and even possibly the Chancellor are somewhat included in this, is that they acted as if the protection that was given during the COVID years wasn't going to have any kind of economic impact, as if there wasn't going to be a consequence to that. And as you say, Darren, we've been turning the world economy on and off again for 2 years. It's created serious supply chain crunches, labor shortages. Now, in addition to that, we have these economic sanctions against Russia. These are all the consequences of decisions we've made. And I think you can argue simultaneously that at the time, many of them were the right decisions, but it doesn't mean there isn't a cost to bear from them. We are now paying that cost. But unfortunately, a lot of the public, and the Labour Party is now using this to their advantage, certainly, thinks that the government can shield them from every economic pain. And it simply can't, especially not now. The government does not set global energy prices. They can do what they can to shield people, especially those at the bottom. But at some point, there's going to be a pain attached to these figures. And that's what you saw out of the OBR's forecasts in the spring statement, is that for the next 12 to 18 months, this is actually going to be a very difficult time for the country.